Hey guys, it's your friendly neighborhood trans girl, Liz. And yes, that's a Spider-Man thing. I'm a nerd, shut up. Um, and it's been a while since I've talked to people through the internet on a screen, recording myself with my phone. But hey, I'm trying. I just want to do more of this. I'm trying to get more consistent. We'll see if I can. Um, but today, I'm making a video called The Myths About Estrogen. And what I mean about myths, I mean myths as in things that people have asked me are going to happen because I've started estrogen, and they don't happen because that's not how it works. Um, so yeah, this was inspired by being asked a question by one of my friends, and I'm like, that doesn't happen at all. And I'm going like, oh, okay. So that's where this comes from. So let's just get right into it then. My first myth: you can't change anything about your bone structure. It's it sucks, but like when you go through the first puberty, you can't really change anything that happens from the first one. So you're just kind of stuck with whatever you got. It's gonna change a little bit, but not always exactly how you want it to. So, like, if your shoulders are really wide or you're really tall and you'd rather be shorter, or your face does whatever, your neck's really long, or whatever, that doesn't change. Like, still gonna have long, bony fingers and all that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, shocker, you can't change your bones can't get smaller. Like, that's not how the world works, but you never know. Um, One of my favorite questions I was asked kind of right at the beginning. It was like I started hormones and I took them like after school at night, and then I was gonna go to school the next day because I was on hormones for like a month before I was out of school, but I wasn't actually out yet. So you know, and my friend asked me, "Well, are people gonna like be freaking out tomorrow? Like, are you gonna have boobs and stuff?" And I'm like, do you know how hormones work? Like, I'm sad. I'm sorry to say if you are trans and you're excited about starting hormones and you think that everything is going to change after day one, I am blissfully sorry. Like, it doesn't work that way. I've been on hormones for almost 3 months, and guess what happens? Nothing. Like, I could honestly still be presenting as male, and everyone would not probably bat an eye. They'd be like, yep, that makes sense. So, yeah. Um, Another thing that is a little weird, but I know some people might be interested. You're still sexually active. Like, it doesn't just shut down. Obviously, after day one, as I said, it doesn't all just magically stop, but it still works. You're still functioning down there. Now, granted, the fertility stuff becomes a different issue because obviously, before you get hormones, basically the thing that they ask you is like, are you gonna store your sperm? Are you gonna just not have biological kids, probably? Or you'd have to stop estrogen and then weird stuff would happen. So, but it still works out. Like, you could still do things if you want. Just throwing it out there. You can do stuff if you wanna. That was weird. Anyways, um, and my favorite, which is the probably crappiest part about estrogen, um, and the inspiration for this idea, the question being, so, Les, you've been on hormones for a while now. When's your voice gonna change? Sadly, that does not happen. You just have to train yourself to talk differently, which is why in probably every single one of these videos so far, I sound different because I I have not mastered the talking in not my normal voice, because that's kind of a dead giveaway, and I know that a bunch of trans girls just use their normal, like, they just talk and it's fine. Like, no one really cares. It's a me thing. People have different preferences. I have preferences, and I don't care about things that other people do care about. It is what it is. But same thing with bones and everything. Nothing, you can't do anything about what already has happened because your neck doesn't get shorter. Like, that's not how it works. I can't just go, hey guys. It doesn't work that way. So there's my short video on some estrogen myths people don't know about. No, this is not how testosterone works. If you have a trans guy friend or you know someone that starts testosterone, this is definitely not the same applier, because one, they're not dealing with different things, because if you don't know, basically testosterone murders like all of your hormones. That's why when you take estrogen, you also have to take a testosterone blocker, because otherwise nothing would happen. Um, but a lot of these things do not apply to people that take testosterone. Like, their voices do change, and their bone structure can change, assuming that they're not like 25, because whatever. But because when you're a girl, you're more like a boy before going through puberty than like when you're a guy. You're not like a girl starting puberty, like, if that makes sense. You start at different ends, so that's why it works a little better. Testosterone does. But hey, there's some estrogen myths. And a fun little side note before I leave, I'm revamping my classic gaming channel that I made long, long ago, because, when you're 13, you want to become a Minecraft YouTuber. That's like everyone's dream. If you like video games, you want it to become a Minecraft YouTuber in that day and age. But it's not Minecraft anymore. I'm gonna do like Pokemon stuff and probably other Nintendo related things until Nintendo takes down all of the videos, because they hate people making videos of their content. Anyways, that's all I have. So I'll post that in the description or somewhere. And you can check it out there if you haven't already. But that's all I got. So I'll see you guys later.